what you're doing in this neck of the woods.
I told you before, Lode, and I'm telling you again. Latitude Bucket's my name, and I live up to it. I've taken a lot of territory.
Well, in that case, did you see June at the mine?
No, but I saw in Kanaska.
Well, if you're going that way, I'll be riding with you.
Oh, I saw some other people, though.
Yeah?
Yes, Corporal Wayne and Constable Moselle. They're sort of on parade or something like that, I guess.
A parade and inspection, you mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what about?
Well, I wouldn't know. No, Frenchie was kind of excited and got very impolite. Told me to keep going, and I did.
Well, if you see June, tell her I'll be at the mine.
Okay. Oh, here.
We'll never be able to get down that mine without trail with Wayne as long as Frenchie covers the shaft.
Getting Frenchie from behind that box is a job. Hey, Ken, how about letting this car do it for us?
Swell idea.
Time for Gray, you mean?
We're going to have to let Gray take care of himself.
That's what I'm thinking. We can't stick here. This is it, Grail. You're under arrest. We're going up top. You first.
Because she fell down the shaft. Boom! Corporal Wayne is down there with another one of those men. Well, let's go down and help. Wait. Corporal Wayne, he's very considered, saving us the trouble. He brings up the man now.
Where's Grail?
Wayne's got him.
What? I'll get Taggart. You might have to ride again, so wait here.
We're in a rock lair that's really something, Taggart.
Yeah, I know it, Nick. But everything depends upon us driving this secret tunnel through the one I've got blocked off in the Bailey mine as soon as possible.
Well, if there's as much free gold in there as you say...
There's more. If June Bailey and Corporal Wayne ever suspect there's still gold in June's mine, it's...
Commodities have the best chance here of finding out what we're really up to. They've arrested Grail.
We've got some answers for Sergeant Nelson at last, sir.
I hope they'll have the case for Sergeant Nelson and Corporal Wayne when Grail is tried.
So do I, sir. As Corporal Wayne reported in his telegram, Archer worked for his father.
Decker seems to become more and more implicated with every report we receive from Kanaska. I'm beginning to feel sorry for Wayne.
Superintendent's office, Northwest Mounted Police, Sergeant Ledoux. Oh, yes, sir. It's for you, sir.
Mr. Decker. Decker, make a transcript.
Yes, Mr. Decker. I want you to swear out a warrant for the arrest of a man named Archer.
Archer? In Kanaska?
Yes, I've received a threatening telegram from him. He demands $1,000 at once.
Does he say what he wants it for?
Yes, it's bail for someone held in Kanaska to answer to the circuit judge.
A man named Grail?
That's the name.
Now, where's the threat?
Now, here, I'll read it to you. The information I possess is vital to your welfare.
Oh, an implied threat. What information?
I don't know. Anything else? Nothing important. Just that I'm to send the money in care of someone named Latitude Bucket.
I ain't denying that my name is Latitude Bucket. But I am denying that I know anyone here or anywhere else named Archer. And I get around some, I do.
What have you got to say to that, Grail? I'm not saying anything until the circuit judge gets back from Little Bend and tries me for impersonating a mounted police officer. Not for murder. Grail planted that camping equipment at the Old Bailey mine. Nobody's been hiding out there.
I was sure of it. What was your connection with Bucket down south?
Oh, you know about that, do you? Bucket and I work for a railroad construction gang. Up here, Taggart hired...
You know all about that, Sergeant Nelson. It was strictly a business deal as far as I was concerned.
Bad business, Taggart, but it was legal. Without an order from the circuit judge, no one can go bail for you anyway. Take him back to his cell.
You're a very stubborn and very foolish man, Grail.
Thanks for permitting us to question you. Any time at all, Sarge. Any time at all.
Anything more I can do for you?
No, there isn't, Mr. Taggart. Sorry we had to bother you.
Not at all.
Well, we're no nearer finding out who killed June Bailey's father than we ever were.
So far, so good. Grail won't talk, and we'll have him out of there before the circuit judge comes back to try him. Sure, but how? I'll have to see Price about it. Somebody's tried to bail him out already using Archer's name.
At least they didn't arrest the Bucket.
No, ma'am. That telegram I had sent to Decker has them all guessing. I found out one thing I wanted to know. I got to get a regular court order as well as the money.
All we asked you to do, Mr. Bucket, was to ascertain for us if it is possible to release Grail by putting up bail for him.
We picked you because we know how you feel about Mr. Decker.
And what has any of this got to do with sending him a telegram signed by someone else?
But you told me you didn't care, as long as it was legal, how I went about getting Grail out.
In theory, you're right, but in practice, we must run no risk of being involved beyond the bail money.
Well, you won't. Have you got it?
Only 300.
I'm afraid I'll need 1,500.
I can give you the rest.
You're not going to put up any such amount when you know you'll never get it back.
Well, in that case, mind if I speculate?
How good a gambler are you?
Better than most folks around here have any reason to suspect. I'll settle for the 300.
I came up here, June, after your father was killed to help you find his murderer, and I'm still convinced that Jackson Decker is behind things.
I know, Dilly, but I wonder if we're doing the right thing.
Your father made a great gold discovery somewhere and was killed to keep him from telling anyone about it. That gold belongs to you, and you're going to have it.
Just the same, what we're planning on doing is interfering with the police.
Serves them right. They're too slow. And Wayne is Decker's son, too. Don't forget it. We've got to take a risk.
For a retired school teacher, Dilly, you've certainly become a gambler.
I've never had so much fun in my life. I wish I could be with Bucket right now, at Price's.
And so we can't afford to take any more chances now. Grail isn't talking, so don't make any move. Wait till the judge gets here, tries Grail, and gives his verdict.
I'm worried about that telegram Nelson talked about. He said that Archer sent it to Decker. And that Decker was to pay the money to Bucket. Why Bucket?
Unless he sent the telegram himself.
That Bucket must know where Archer ties in with us.
Exactly. Find out what Bucket's up to. He's been useful, but we can do without him.
You want to see a card sharp just as good as Dancer. Now's the time.
As good as Dancer, there isn't any.
Don't say that until you've seen Bucket in action. He's cheating Dancer just as fast as Dancer's cheating him.
Well, this here's magic. 5 cuts each. 5 aces for you and 4 aces for me. And now this joker.
We didn't say anything about the Joker.
No, Nancy, we didn't. But I said I'd use that deck just as she was, and that's what you said you wanted.
But I didn't know the Joker was in it.
Well, you do now, and she beat you a race. I'll tell you what I'll do, Nancy. There's 600 in that pot, 300 of mine and 300 that was yours. And it says that I'll turn up a higher card than you on this cut. I'll even give you the last cut. Maybe you'll be glad the Joker's in your deck after all.
But that's all. You stripped that deck. There isn't an ace or a Joker in it.
Why, that's the same as saying that I'm cheating. And how do you know unless you read the cards as you shuffled? And you know that ain't just what you call honest.
Hunch, that's all. I'll prove it.
Get away from that deck. Not you, Dancer. Now shove that money in that deck this way. I ain't saying that I didn't cheat. But I am saying that I did it a little better than you. That's all. And I'm taking the winnings. Why, hello, Boom. I never knowed whether you was alive or dead.
As for you, Dancer, you got exactly what you deserve. Bucket's a better card sharp than you are. Only because I didn't expect it of him.
We're pretty sure, aren't we, that Bucket, using Archer's name, tried to raise the bail money from Decker.
Tried and failed, so 10 chances to 1 to use the money he got from Dancer instead, and we're certainly not involved.
You didn't set Bucket up to this one, did you?
No, but I'll say this, I couldn't have planned it better myself. But we can't trust Bucket.
He's not putting up money for Grail for nothing.
You've got to get some more men for us.
How much time have I got?
Until Bucket gets the habeas corpus from the judge at Little Bend and brings it back to Nelson.
This is the third time in the last 36 hours I've been here for June, and you tell me she's busy. What's it all about?
Mr. Bucket, who is helping us to release Grail, has just returned from Little Bend.
You weren't reading Wayne's mind when you thought that one up.
That's what I like about you, Mackenzie. You're so frank. As for Grail, he ought to be leaving Sergeant Nelson's just about now.
If you leave Canasca, the money that Bucket has put up for you, as well as the power of this habeas corpus, are forfeited.
Well, I don't want you stumbling over me, but I'll be around. Never expected this of you, Bucket. Sure won't forget it either.
That's what makes people interesting, Grail. You can never tell about them.
I'd never put up bail for a man like that. He'll jump it.
Well, Frenchie's following Grail and Bucket, and if he's lucky, we'll find out where Grail is really hiding out.
I hope he also finds out what Bucket's up to.
So do I, provided it doesn't turn out to be another of the false trails that Bailey's clever murderer is trying to get us to follow.
Speaking of false trails, I got here just in time. June and Mysterioso are behind Buckets getting Grail released.
Turn your wagon up the alley. I'm going to... I died on purpose. Something's gone wrong. So you better follow June. She's following Grail. I gave him a wagon so he couldn't go too fast.
Take that horse, miss. Keep on the road. I'll try to catch up with June across country. I figured you'd be waiting here for me. I took the Bailey girl's horse, but she's still following me in a wagon. If that team ran away with her and something happened, they couldn't blame us.
We'll ride around the bend and wait for her.
Shooting about just now.
Somebody stopped the fireworks so Grail could skip town.
Grail?
Yes, and I went bail for him. There's gratitude for you.
How much do you have to forfeit, Puckett?
$1,000. $100 of my own, though. The other 9 I won from dancing.
Who are Grail's friends, do you know?
The only 2 I saw are dead now. I don't know either one.
What about Grail?
Well, June Bailey's following him, and Corporal Wayne, Constable Moselle, and Lord Mackenzie are following June. So maybe somebody ain't as smart as he figured.
I figured you'd be waiting here for me. I took the Bailey girl's horse, but she's still following me in a wagon.
If that team ran away with her and something happened, they couldn't blame us.
I figured you were a goner, sure.
You got her just in time. Where's Frenchie?
Taking a squint at that one buzzard he got, I guess.
The dead man tells me nothing. Not even his pockets. The freight with the others stops with him.
Wait a minute. Not as long as Grail rides my horse. One of the shoes has a different pattern. The blacksmith said it was better, and I've been trying it.
Maybe your interference with the law will prove to be of some help after all.
Call it interference if you like. I think I did the right thing. Dilly Clocks and I were responsible for Bucket's bailing out Grail.
We know, June, so that you and Bucket could follow him. Only hitch was Bucket got caught in the crossfire.
The trail to the clever man who's behind your father's murder, June, isn't as easy as all that.
I know, Wayne, and I'm sorry, but sometimes we'll...
Let me say it for you. Gossip claims my father is guilty of your father's death. And sometimes you suspect me of trying to shield Dad.
How can I help it?
By having faith in the service as it has in me. You can't find any double dealers in the records of the mounted. We'll round up my horse and the team. You load take June back to town. You and I, Frenchie, will follow the trail of that horseshoe. That's June's horse, all right. But there won't be any trail to follow in the country beyond here.
This Grail, he is smart, too. He changes to the horse of the man I shot. The prints are all the same now.
Maybe this Grail isn't as smart as he thinks he is.
These words I like very much to hear them, but I do not understand.
The track has led us almost in a straight line, Frenchie, since it came down from the hills.
Oh, so if we keep on going in this direction without even looking for the prints, all of a sudden we will be at
the experimental copper mine of the Decker Company.
They're through! Clear through, square to the Bailey mine.
Jackpot.
Almost pure gold.
Sure, it's always that way in the pockets.
Is there as much as you figured, Taggart?
Certainly a ton, maybe more.
At 500,000 a ton, we ain't doing bad, are we? Your killing Bailey the night he made the strike is sure going to pay off.
It certainly is, for everybody but Decker.
Being in charge of his copper mine gave you the chance to get here at that. Hey, what about the Mounties?
Wayne saved the Bailey girl and Frenchie dropped our new man.
Well, at least you're out of jail. Were you followed?
Not as far as I know.
You come straight here?
Well, sure.
You should have detoured. We may have visitors.
I'll take care of it.
Inside, quick.
Wayne may not come here, but he probably will. And if he finds this tunnel, that'll be all for him.
So if you've seen any riders pass this way lately, they might be the ones we're after.
Sorry, I can't help it. Haven't been any riders past here in over an hour. The horses. You have some, yes? Yeah, a small string. In the corral around back. Maybe I'll look them over. Horses that run, they sweat.
Good idea, Frenchie. You don't mind if I inspect my father's mine, do you?
That's for Mr. Taggart to say.
Hello, Corporal.
Hello, Taggart. Just the man I want to see. It's about Grail. I understand he worked for you once.
Yeah, once was enough. I heard he jumped bail, but I haven't seen him since I fired him.
Wayne wants to look for him in the mine.
Oh, he does, huh? Well, you better get a search warrant. Local gossip's doing enough for your dad's reputation as it is.
Letting me inspect this mine is the best way I know of to help my father at this time.
Oh, well, maybe you're right. I'm sorry. I'm a little edgy about the injustice being done him, that's all.
So am I.
All right, come on.
Horses okay? If they have been ridden hard, they've also been rubbed down hard. Could have told you that myself. Wayne's inside with Taggart. May I stay here? With you.
These are the only two hard rock miners I can keep. The rest of them all want to look for gold. Nick? Red? That's all. I just wanted Corporal Wayne to get a good look at you.
How about this tool house?
That's the only place anybody can hide.
Thanks, Taggart. I can now say Grail isn't here and know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever was a delivery boy. Serves me right for passing a telegraph office. But I certainly get around, I do. That's why I'm called Attitude Bucket. I can't even keep track of myself, no sir.
Thanks, Bucket.
Nelson said that when I gave him one for Wayne.
It's from Dad. He's leaving for Kananaska in the morning. He's coming in to see Taggart about selling all his mining property up here, and he wants to talk with us about the murder case.
Charlie. Jackpot. Joker plays for aces, straights, and flushes. The house drags for banking. So Decker's coming up here to decide whether or not he should sell out, huh? That means a thorough inspection.
I think he's also telegraphed Wayne, and that'll give Wayne a chance to be in on the inspection. Let's assure he's satisfied with what he saw today.
I have to admire the Mounties for picking smart men, but I must confess it's a policy that doesn't make our job any easier.
We've got to get that gold out of there before Wayne and his dad get together.
You're a good forger, Dancer.
One of the reasons you can't do without me, Price. Who am I going to write like this time?
Two men. The telegraph operator and Corporal Wayne.
I don't get it.
Wayne doesn't know it, but he's going to send a telegram. Later on, if anybody wants to check on it, it's going to be in the telegraph company's files in his handwriting.
That won't be hard. Why the telegraphist fist?
Later on, it will be necessary for Wayne to receive a telegram, and he must be impressed with its authenticity. Sit down, we'll work out my idea.
You Your son wouldn't telegraph the request, Mr. Decker, in reply to your telegram telling him that you were coming up there if he didn't have a good reason.
Well, you have greater faith in Wayne than I have.
I noticed he asked you not to reply unless you can make it. Do what he wants.
If you're satisfied, I am. I'm letting you decide this for me.
Don't forget that many people in Kanaska believe you were behind Bailey's murder.
Well, I'm not likely to, since my son is apparently one of them.
Untrue, Mr. Decker, and unfair. But I hope your trip helps us.
Well, if it doesn't, it won't be my fault.
Say, Nelson, what's going on?
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's me, and I just heard tell how Corporal Wayne's riding somewhere for a secret meeting with his old man who got off of the boat in Little Bend.
Who told you that?
Old Tim. And good money, too, Tim has. First time in months. Wouldn't tell me where he got it, though, or how he knew about Wayne.
Where could Constable Moselle get a hold of old Tim now?
Well, Bucket had him in tow last, taking him to the fortune tellers.
Didn't I tell you, Tim? You can't hide anything from Miss Teriosa.
You sure can't. She sees me and says I've got money. Me who's never had any. How does she know?
Money. Corporal Wayne.
Did I mention him?
Not to her, you didn't.
Ain't that something? But I bet you she don't know about them 2 telegrams.
Telegrams for Wayne?
You sure beat me, ma'am. The same guy gave them both to me. He said he got the first one from Wayne.
Got it from Wayne? Oh, to deliver to the telegraph office?
Sure, where else? And he said he got the second one from the office to deliver to Wayne.
Who was this man? Whoever did the killing got away. Wayne and his father have been tricked by fake telegrams. This we will talk about later.
So when I heard old Tim had been talking, I went after him. And stopped him from telling who gave him those telegrams, eh? Good work, Bunker.
Bucket or Mysterioso or both of them will warn Frenchie.
But Frenchie can't get to Dark Canyon in time to save Decker or Decker's son.
There he is, right on time.
All we have to do now is keep him busy.
Certainly glad to see you here, Dad.
Well, I never thought I'd hear you say that. Why have me meet you here?
Why didn't? I'm here because of your telegram.
I didn't send any telegram. You all told me not to reply if I could make it.
Well, I never sent you a telegram, Dad.
Uh-oh. We've walked into something.
This way, Dad. Going on down the canyon.
Just what we want.
Let's make sure they don't get out of this.
Sounds like the old damn high arm has let go.